We are now back at present day in the multiverse tournament, and everyone is going to get a good night's sleep for the finals. Everyone except the Warrior Kai. There have been way too many things happening, strange things and events that cannot be explained, and he wants to remain vigilant in case something else happens again. Everyone packs it in for a good night's sleep. Goku realizes that Oob is actually missing. He doesn't know where he's at. Oob told Pan that he's doing some sort of training and it will take a while, so don't wait up for him. And if you remember correctly, Boo is actually the one training Oob at this point, training him against one of his counterparts that is trying to kill him. Morning comes and it is time for the tournament to commence. As the audience starts filling in, we see a few anime characters dispersed within the crowd. Even see Mysterion from South Park, at least a anime version. Now it is what we've all been waiting for, Goku versus Vegeta, the fight that was always meant to be. It's such a momentous occasion that even Toriyama decided to come from Universe 1 to check it out. Both contestants are up, and you can even see right now that the art style, everything, this is going to be a heated fight. I am so excited to see this. You almost lost against Oob. How come? You didn't give me time to breathe. I need intense concentration to release my new power. Because you think I'll give you your time, perhaps. Of course, because you need it just as much as I do, don't you? Goku and Vegeta reduce their energy levels all the way down to as zero as they possibly can. Goku and Vegeta in this panel are thinking the exact same thing. The problem with level 3, the problem with every Super Saiyan transformation actually, is that they give off so much powerful energy, it overflows. It leaks from every pore, creating a destructive aura. It electrifies the body, heats the cells, boils the hair, swells the muscles, burns the mind. Light, wind, electricity, physical transformations, they're just a secondary effect which diminishes our life expectancy. The old Kaioshin removed all that from Gohan. We who train our bodies every day, it would be absurd if we didn't manage to master our physical bodies and remain slaves to its defaults. And to the normal eye, nothing has changed between Goku and Vegeta, but to the trained eye like Gohan's, everything's changed. And in a single moment, this happens so fast there is no panel for it. Goku and Vegeta both beaten up, Vegeta finding himself in a crater. Nobody else caught that. Everybody was blind to it except for one person. Gohan was one of those that was not blind to it. He even explains that it was a series of blows and counters. It was a beautiful fight. Bra saw some of it, but not the entire thing. Gohan attempts to explain it, and the referee is about to move on to the next fight. I'm assuming giving Goku the win, the W. But the creators of Dragon Ball Multiverse are not going to let us go out like that. Give us a minute. We're going to go and see this blow for blow. This is what happens half a second before the end of the fight, meaning that their fight only lasts half a second. Both Saiyans only using what I can only assume to be a partial moment, a partial transformation. Their eyes, both green, attack each other at the exact same time. And as we see here, the same thing that Gohan says, a series of blows and counters, all evenly distributed, are what is the result. And Vegeta is the first to be able to break past the counters and the blows, hitting Goku square in the face and knocking him straight into the ground. It looks like they've both unleashed a new transformation, almost a false Super Saiyan or a semi-Super Saiyan, not fully going into the transformation, but instead using the transformation to give them unlimited and control over their powers, letting nothing leak out, and therefore not pushing them into a transformation. So Vegeta is the one that created the crater to begin with. He is the one that destroyed the arena, but Goku vanishes within his fist because Goku ain't gonna go out like that in a single blow. He counters Vegeta and gets him on the run. And they're moving so fast with such ferocity, you can see the blood just pooling out of Vegeta's face because he is moving that quickly. Vegeta attempts to blast Goku square in the face, but Goku dodges at the last moment and knees him right in the gut. The audience is trying to watch and keep up with it as much as they can. You can see here a little Naruto kid is about to drip the condensation from his drink, and I'm assuming this is going to be measuring time. Vegeta pushes Goku back with an explosive wave and charges again at him, trying to gain any advantage he can, headbutting him in the face and trying to get him back into the ground. Vegeta really is the one that is taking the advantage in this fight, and the droplet from the condensation is showing us how fast they are moving. And Vegeta gets the first official, in my opinion, strike on Goku, one that is devastating as it is fast. This is all happening within half a second. And I love the passage of time. I love the fact that we are getting a fight that not everybody can watch. Only those who are extremely trained can see this. So that means you. And with Goku completely offside, Vegeta attacks with my favorite attack from Dragon Ball Budokai Tenkaichi 4, just a flurry of blast that Vegeta can produce, and something that Goku, not in this stage, is going to be able to dodge. And so Goku leans on his abilities to use instant transmission and pops up right above Vegeta. But Vegeta understands Goku's meta attacks at this point so well that he is going to block them as best as he can. But Vegeta still is completely vulnerable to Goku's instant transmission. This leads him to attack the afterimage of one Goku, as the real Goku throws him around like Mario does to Bowser. And now Goku uses his speed because Vegeta is the one that is on the back pedal here, instead of instant transmission, and just pings around Vegeta like a ragdoll. This fight is incredible. Vegeta stops himself from being thrown around like Goku's plaything and uses his afterimage as a ploy to get Goku into an attack that he can block against, but Goku is as trained as Vegeta and blocks it right at the last second, leading into another confrontation of blows, counters, and blocking. The utmost veracity of these two combatants is something that cannot be scaled, something that cannot be seen in any other medium. Goku versus Vegeta, this is, as I said now the third time, the fight that was always meant to be. And in that half second, you can see how much damage they are doing to each other. The amount of destruction they are causing is something that no wonder we couldn't see it in that panel. It is just all over the place. The entire arena again destroyed by their presence. This is probably the most realistic take on a fight between Goku and Vegeta that I've seen, because we should not be able to see it. At least normal people should not be able to see it. I'm glad that Gohan, Vegito, even Bra seeing half of it, was able to kind of grasp what happened, but this is just a confrontation of two titans. Goku finally takes the upper hand. He has Vegeta right where he wants him, and he, right as the droplet from the condensation of the cup is about to hit the floor, he slams Vegeta into the floor as the droplet finally makes contact with the floor. And that is how Goku presumably wins this confrontation. This match, I think it's safe to say, goes to Goku. Ever since the newest chapter of Dragon Ball Multiverse, everyone and their mother has been asking me and debating what the new transformation for Goku and Vegeta actually is. And the most common consensus is it's Dragon Ball Multiverse's version of Ultra Instinct. Well, we finally got a clue as to what this transformation is and what this transformation is called by the creator of Dragon Ball Multiverse, Saligir. So you haven't seen my newest chapter. We get the final face-off of Goku versus Vegeta, something that has been teased to us since the beginning of Dragon Ball Multiverse. Now, I'm not going to go over the entire fight, but I'm going to leave a link to my video for it in the description below. That way you guys can go ahead and check it out. I will have some spoilers in this video to that chapter, so make sure you go ahead and check that first. If you haven't seen it already, then come back here. I do have a question to kick us off on today's video, and that is, when did you guys start reading Dragon Ball Multiverse? Because trust me, it is important. So when Goku and Vegeta enter the arena, Vegeta talks about how Oob almost defeated Goku, and how Goku couldn't really use the time that he had in the fight to get into his higher transformation, his new transformation. Otherwise, the fight with Oob would have been a lot faster. But then he also says that Vegeta would also need the time to use for this transformation. And both of them then go into a trance where it seemingly seems like they are harnessing their inner ki, and kind of being zen, trying to go into a mode that to me resembles right before Ultra Instinct, reducing their powers to zero and breathing calmly. When they finally transform, only their eyes turn green, leaving Gohan shooketh, and he knows that everything has changed. The hierarchy of power for the Saiyans is completely different now. And a second later, Goku seemingly defeats Vegeta. But Blackscape, what the hell happened, and what are these forms? How strong are they? Well, my dear Dragon Ball Multiverse fans, I have the answer for you, and this is Dragon Ball Multiverse's version of Super Saiyan 4. Or more correctly, the name is Super Saiyan 0. And it is not Ultra Instinct. We get several forms of confirmation as to what this is through the comments on the Dragon Ball Multiverse chapters, where everyone is debating, and Saligir also joins in. But one of the biggest hints he gives us as to what this is right here. Everybody says Ultra Instinct. I'll say only this: when what is happening now was decided, DBS didn't even exist yet. Dragon Ball Super started airing in June 2015. When did Dragon Ball Multiverse start airing? On its first chapter, the first comment on the actual page is 2009, and I would say it probably is much older than that, seeing as how this is the first comment on an otherwise then unknown Dragon Ball fan manga. There's planning to be done for this story, so I would say probably around 2008, 2009, that is when Dragon Ball Multiverse first came to be. That is why I asked you guys when you guys first started reading this, because I started reading it, I would say back in 2012. I started reading the chapters back then on my own before I made my YouTube channel, so I'm curious as to when you guys started reading it. This is probably the longest running Dragon Ball fan manga in existence. The name for this is coming from this artwork right here. We see Goku and Vegeta both in their end of Dragon Ball Z uniforms. They look really cool. I love the tinting of yellow in their hair and the yellow aura, but he says this is not the official color. Just think of it as a lower mastery level and therefore more visible Super Saiyan elements than what they currently have in DBM. Meaning that more than likely this is them when they transform into this form and the yellow tinting in their hair goes away. Even going as far as saying and responding to a fan who thinks that once they're completed there will be no gold hue, the artist Azura of this Dragon Ball fan art says yes, and in the end they will be entirely normal. Remember, Azura is the other creator of Dragon Ball Multiverse. At the end, it will be just their base forms fused with that energy from their Super Saiyan transformations. And when a fan says gonna call them Super Saiyan 0, great concept, Azura responds, here, it's more Super Saiyan 0.75, meaning that it's not really Super Saiyan 1, but it is tapping into the Super Saiyan energy. So I just shortened it to Super Saiyan 0. But how strong are these, and why am I saying this is Super Saiyan 4 for Dragon Ball Multiverse? This panel gives us everything that we need. They're both talking and thinking simultaneously about these powers, saying that there is a fundamental problem with Super Saiyan 3, but it is for all the Saiyan transformations. They leak out too much energy. There's not enough focus. So basically what's going on here, just like Ultra Instinct needs focus from Goku to be efficient, the Saiyan transformations are now being focused into their base form, making Super Saiyan 0, which, as Goku and Vegeta both put it here, is stronger than Super Saiyan 3. Remember, this is a transformation that would have defeated Oob, who went against Goku, and Goku didn't get a chance to use it. This is the next evolutionary step for Super Saiyan, aka Super Saiyan 4. And if you want one final clue that this is a transformation that should not be messed with, Vegito, the strongest being in the universe, is also shooketh at the thought of what these guys accomplished, what they did. He is shaken to his core because he still relies on Super Saiyan transformations. He has Super Saiyan, Super Saiyan 3. He has used all of them in Dragon Ball Multiverse. What Goku and Vegeta did single-handedly without fusion, it rivals some of his power. It rivals some of his power without using fusion. And imagine if these two fused while using this technique with this transformation, they would be unstoppable. So Vegito is this shooketh because now he sees a real threat with Goku and Vegeta, the building blocks that make him who he is. So there you have it, guys. It is basically taking the teachings of calmness from Ultra Instinct, but focusing them into a Super Saiyan variant that is stronger than all forms that came before it, because no amount of ki is being wasted. So that's why they're able to fight at such a proficient level, because they are at the next level of Super Saiyan, meaning that these two are the strongest Super Saiyans in the entirety of Dragon Ball Multiverse. So give me your thoughts in the comment section below, guys. I can't wait for the next chapter. This is going to be Blackscape signing off. Take care, guys.
Subscribe for more content.